Hi, everyone, and welcome to Cabaret on the Couch. It is such a thrill to be welcoming people for our 17th show. And as theater sort of starts to come back in person, we really just especially want to thank you so much for sticking with us, both the people who watch at home and the artists who are involved tonight, who are coming to us from couches all over the United States to sing us some awesome songs. And of course, we wouldn't be complete without highlighting another incredible organization. This month's organization is Waterwell, and at this point in the show, you know that I take no shame in looking at my notes so I don't forget these things. Waterwell is a civic-minded theater company that inspires audiences and students to change their lives through both entertainment and arts education. You guys, they are an incredible organization, and we're going to hear a little bit from them later in the show, as well as see a short performance by some of their students. So without any further ado, we are going to get this show on the road and started. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. And for the 17th time, enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cabaret on the Couch. My name is Chelsea Lee Wheatley, and I am your host for the evening. I am a singer and an actor in New York City, and I am thrilled to be joining you all for an evening of incredible performances. We have an incredible lineup, truly. Cabaret on the Couch hosts monthly virtual concerts in support of New York-based organizations. As Ian mentioned, this month we are looking at Waterwell. Waterwell is a group of artists, educators, and producers dedicated to telling engrossing stories in unexpected ways that deliberately wrestle with complex civic questions. Later, you will get to meet Adam Frank, who can tell you even more about the organization. Tonight, here at Cabaret on the Couch, we are hosting Dream Roles. Our artists will sing a song from a show or a role that they have always wanted to play or dreamed of performing. And as your host, I will get the show started with When He Sees Me from Waitress. I stick with real things, usually facts and figures. When information's in its place, I minimize the guessing game. Guess what? I don't like guessing games or when I feel things before I know the feelings. How am I supposed to operate if I'm just tossed around by fate? Like on an unexpected date with a stranger who might talk too fast or ask me questions about myself before I've decided that. He can ask me questions about myself, he might sit too close, or call the waiter by his first name, or eat Oreos, but eat the cookie before the cream. But what scares me the most is, what if when he sees me, what if he doesn't like it? What if he runs the other way and I can't hide from me? What happens then if when he knows me, he's only disappointed? What if I give myself away to only get it given back? I couldn't live with that. So I'm just fine inside my shell-shaped mind. This way I get the best view. So that when he sees me, I want him to. I'm not defensive. I'm simply being cautious. I can't risk reckless dating due to my miscalculating why. A certain suitor stands in line I've seen in movies, most made for television. You cannot be too careful when it comes to sharing your life. I could end up a miserable way. Sorry, girls, but he could be criminal. Some sort of psychopath who escaped from an institution somewhere where they don't have girls. He could have masterminded some way to find me. He could be colorblind. How untrustworthy is that? He could be less than kind. Or even worse, he could be very nice, have lovely eyes, and make me laugh. Come out of hiding. What do I do with that? Oh God, what if when he sees me, I like him that he knows it? What if he opens up a door and I can't close it? What happens then if when he holds me, my heart is set in motion? I'm not prepared for that. I'm scared of breaking open. But still I can't help from hoping to find someone to talk to who likes the way I am. Someone who, when he sees me, wants to again. All right, you guys. Well, I guess that was the start to our Cabaret on the Couch this month. And up next, we have Arianna Coleman singing Hallelujah. Take it away, Arianna.
Now I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith is strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 Well, baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen your flag on the marble arch. And love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Wow, Arianna, what a beautiful voice. That was incredible.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I want to know, how did you find your voice? How did you decide that you were a singer?
Well, my mom actually had me audition for Guys and Dolls, and really that's when I found out that I could sing. And I was like, okay, I can do this. This is fun.
That's amazing. So did you just like pop into the audition, open your mouth, and boom, like this incredible voice just came right out?
Yes.
Wow. That is amazing. Now, I wanted to ask you, because when we met you yesterday for the first time, you told us that you had some really interesting hobbies. Can you share with everybody what that really interesting and incredible hobby is?
Yes, I want to be a WWE wrestler. My aunt is actually a WWE wrestler. Her name is Lacey Evans, and she will be training me herself.
Wow, that's amazing. So singer by day, WWE wrestler by night. I love that. And then finally, I just wanted to ask you, do you have any big dream roles on Broadway that you'd love to play one day?
Ooh, I would say Lily St. Regis.
Definitely. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us again. That was an incredible performance.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, everybody, up next, we have Kendyl Ito singing I'd Rather Be Me from Mean Girls.
So your best friend screwed you over, acted nice. Was she not nice? Well, I have some advice, because it's happened to me twice. Here's my secret strategy. It always works because the world doesn't end. It just feels like it does. So raise your right finger and solemnly swear whatever they say about me, I don't care. I won't twist the knots to join your game. I will say you make me mad, and if you treat me bad, I'll say you're bad. And if I eat alone from this moment on, that's just what I'll do. Cause I'd rather be me. I'd rather be me. I'd rather be me than be with you. Oh, we're supposed to all be ladies and be like nurturing and care. Is that really fair? Boys get to fight, we have to share? Here's the way that turns out. We always understand how to slap someone down with our underhand. So here's my right finger to how girls should behave. Cause sometimes what's meant to break you makes you brave. So I will not act all innocent, I won't fake apologize. Let's just fight and make up, not tell these lies. Let's call our damage even, clean the slate till it's like new. It's a new life for me, where I'd rather be me. I'd rather be me than be with you. I'll say no, I'll say knock it off with your notes and your rules. And those secret fans who follow you, I'll remember all their names. And when they drag you down like they inevitably do, I won't laugh along with them and improve their palace coup, cause that's not me. No, I don't need your good opinions. I've got plenty of opinions. Everybody has opinions, but that doesn't make them true. What's true is being me, and I'd rather be me. I'd rather be me than be with you. Oh, so raise them high, cause playing nice and shy is insulting my IQ. I'd rather be me, I'd rather be me, I'd rather be me than be with you. I'd rather be me, I'd rather be me, I'd rather be me than be with you.
Yes, that is such a powerful performance. Oh my goodness. I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. Out of that tiny little person that you are, your voice is so big. It's incredible. What a fabulous performance.
Oh, thank you, love.
Oh, Kendyl. I mean, so I was going to ask, so this show is actually fairly new. I mean, definitely like major dream roles. I think the tour is going back out again soon, and I can absolutely see you in the show. Your dream roles like before the show came out?
Well, so I'm always hesitant about the dream role question, because personally I don't have I don't have like specific characters out there that are like, I want to, like, even Janicean is like not a dream role for me technically,
Right.
but I'm really interested in of like creation of characters and like new characters that we haven't seen before. So the birthing, I guess, of new people. And I feel like this song in particular, like the Janice Ian type of women being expressed in a way that is very unapologetic. And it's like, this is who I am, very forward-footed. And, you know, especially as an Asian American, these are the roles that are interesting to me as an Asian American artist, you know. So typically in media, we're portrayed as submissive. I think about like Miss Saigon and King and I, it's very tragedy-esque, like we have to die for some reason at the ends of shows. And so like I'm interested in a world where, you know, not only for Asian Americans, but for women in general, that we can play roles that are forward-footed, I guess.
I wholeheartely agree with that. I think that that is a great point in moving forward with our industry and with everything in our industry moving forward with equality. And I think re-identifying what roles mean and what they are, which actually brings me to my next question for you. You told me a bit about some of your passion projects. I would love for you to share that with everybody. What's some of these new works that you're working on?
Yeah, so a lot of the things that I've been doing more so now these days is new development work. So I am heavily a part of like projects in the pre-stages of where the script is still being written, the songs are still being written, and then segueing into what will eventually be on the stage. So, and of course, I'm highly passionate about portraying groups that are marginalized in our world. So, you know, I'm very fortunate to have been able to work on projects like Soft Power that was at the Public in 2019, and then also during the pandemic, we got to revisit a piece I've been working on called Half the Sky, which is about an Asian American woman who travels up Mount Everest. So things like that are very interesting to me. And that's where I find my biggest passion and joy in the theater, is essentially that of creating these new narratives and new stories that mainstream media hasn't seen before. So
you have such a powerful voice, and I think that that's a great way to use it.
Absolutely.
Thank you. One more question for you. So it turns out that you actually know one of our other performers this evening.
I do, yes. Hi, Kim. If you can hear me, girl, what's up?
What is it that you two did together?
Yeah, so we worked on a little ditty called Matilda. This was back in 2017, I think it was. We did the tour together, and we did Canada, the sit down. So yeah, it feels like such a whole other world chapter, I guess. A lot of time has passed since then.
So true. Well, thank you again, Kendyl. Beautiful performance. We're so happy to have you this evening.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay, everybody. Up next, we have a video performance by Shannon Grant. It is Can't Touch This to the song Skilled by Mick Ryder.
You got it all in control, no need to try and figure, 'cause baby you got attitude and laugh when facing danger. I get the call to see you, girl, and baby here I come, but ain't no use in wondering what's it gonna be. You're oh so skilled, so fresh into life, we got it going on alright. We're oh so chilled, so test me out. Got nothing to worry about. You're oh so skilled. My bets are on the floor, your name is getting bigger. I know that soon enough you're gonna make the local paper. Wrote a letter to the editor, prepare the press, 'cause here she comes, here she comes. But ain't no use denying me, so won't you try me out? imagine when you're on television. I learned to do whatever to keep your mind direction. If you're looking for a straight shooter, baby, maybe I'm the one. I'm the one. You're oh so skilled, so fresh into life. We got it going on, alright. We're oh so chilled, can stress me out. Got nothing and nothing to worry about. You're oh so skilled, so fresh into life. We got it going on, alright. We're oh so chilled, can stress me out. Got nothing or nothing to worry about. You're oh so skilled.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Shannon Grand. What a fun performance. I love a good ballet fouette number to a rock song. That was so much fun. You saw her Instagram handle. You can follow her on social media. And I'm going to take this opportunity to remind you all why we're here today. We are here to discuss Waterwell, the organization, and very soon you will be getting to meet Adam Frank, the organization representative. I am so excited for you to meet him. As for right now, we have up next Laura Schein singing Some People from Gypsy.
Anybody that stays home is dead. If I die, it won't be from sitting. It'll be from fighting to get up, then get out! Some people can get a thrill knitting sweaters and sitting still. That's okay for some people who don't know they're alive. Some people can thrive and bloom, living life in a living room. That's perfect for some people of 105. But I at least gotta try. When I think of all the sights that I gotta see and all the places I gotta play, all the things that I gotta be at, come on, Papa, what do you say? Some people can be content playing bingo and paying rent. That's peachy for some people, for some humdrum people to be. But some people ain't me. Oh, I had a dream, a wonderful dream, Papa. All about June in the Orpheum Circuit. Give me a chance and I know I can work it. I had a dream, just as real as can be, Papa. There I was in Mr. Orpheum's office, and he was saying to me, Rose, get yourself some new orchestrations, new routines, and red velvet curtains. Get a feathered hat for the baby, photographs in front of the theater. Get an agent, and in jig time you'll be being booked in the big time. Oh, what a dream, a wonderful dream, Papa. And all that I need is $88, Papa. That's what he said, Papa. Only $88. You ain't getting 88 cents from me, Rose. Well, I'll get it someplace else. But I'll get it, and I'll get my kids out! Goodbye to blueberry pie. Good riddance to all the socials I had to go to, all the lodges I had to play, all the Shriners I said hello to. Hey, LA, I'm coming your way. Some people sit on their butts, got the dream, yeah, but not the guts. That's living for some people, for some humdrum people, I suppose. can stay and rat. But not Rose.
Fabulous job, Laura. What? That's so much fun. If I don't see you do this on stage at some point in my lifetime, I will cry.
This has been my dream role since I was like 5 years old.
I can tell that was very well rehearsed.
You know, it's the role of a lifetime.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me. So fun.
Yeah. So you are the creator of Emoji Land, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, and the creation process and everything about it. What can you tell us?
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm the co-creator with Keith Harrison. And yeah, it was about a 6-year process. In 2014, we got the idea, and it was right when emojis came onto the phones. And so there was all this talk starting about like, what is this new alphabet on our phones, on the iPhones? And so, you know, obviously there's no inherent narrative with emojis, but there's a cast of like characters that we were drawing from. And so we just kind of started thinking about like, well, okay, what if there was this world inside our phones? And the show evolved a lot over the 6 years. And every time there was an update on our phones, there was an update to the script and new characters. Like one of the protagonists is Nerdface, and the Nerdface emoji with the glasses didn't actually appear in the emoji alphabet until we were a couple years into the writing process. So the show changed so much over those years. And yeah, we got to do the New York Musical Festival in 2018, and that was a really incredible experience and really put us on the map. We got our first like New York Times review for the show. And then that led to us doing the show at the Duke on 42nd Street, our off-Broadway big production, which opened January 2020 and was shut down on March 11th, 2020 due to COVID. And the show, ironically, is actually about a virus, spoiler alert, that infects the phone. And so very, very much mirroring what's going on in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite emoji, either in the show or like in life, one that you use all the time, or in the show, one that's like a favorite character?
Oh, you know, it's so hard to pick favorites. This is not actually in the show, but I do love like a Tears of Joy face. I use that one all the time. I'm often laughing till I cry, so I use that one a lot. Actually, not in the show, but I love the eye roll emoji. Has like a little cameo in the show.
That's actually one of my favorites. I use the eye roll emoji.
Yeah, super fun.
Much. Also, could you tell us a little bit about your podcast?
Yes. So in quarantine, I started this podcast called What the Funk, and it's all about functional medicine. So I'm also a health coach, and I'm really passionate about health, and especially now, you know, with COVID and everything, I'm just super, you know, interested in how do we like get to the root cause of disease and things, and how do we like treat that instead of treating the symptoms. And so, yeah, so I've just been talking to a lot of doctors and experts, and it's like we keep it fun and light too. So yeah.
Amazing. And there is the handle right there at What the Funk. So go check that out, everybody. But that's amazing. Honestly, I think it's safe to say that you can do it all.
Thanks. I try.
But that's a pretty incredible one. Lastly, is there anything that you would like to tell us about any upcoming work that you have?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of the work that I've been doing over the past year has been, it's a lot of projects in development. So not many things I can talk about yet. There will be some things that will be announced shortly, and Emoji Land is going to be announcing something very soon. So I can't say what yet, but be on the lookout. Follow at Emoji Musical, and you'll be hearing things soon.
On the Couch will be sure to share all of this on our page when we have updates from you.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, okay, my cat would like
Hi, Kitty.
He did jump up and watch for a little bit. All right, Laura, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Bye.
All right, everybody. Up next, we are going to speak to Adam Frank, the organization representative for Waterwell.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Chelsea.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, having a very fun time over here. Thank you so much for joining us today and for being here with us for this month.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. It's an awesome show so far. The performances are next level, which is what somebody was saying backstage over here, which is totally true. And it's really fun to be here.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you tell us about the mission of Waterwell and tell us about what you do with Waterwell.
Yeah. So again, thanks everybody for being here. My name is Adam Frank. I'm the managing director of a company called Waterwell, which is a theater and arts education company that's focused on civic engagement. The company's been around for about 20 years, and we do two things. We produce theater and we teach performance, both of which are based in the idea that the performance and the community building that comes from making the performance in theater can participate in the project of changing the world. And so we do a lot of things that are inspired by community organizing. We've been focused on doing shows about real issues in the world and that are based in partnerships and real relationships with people who are working to make change in the world. We've been doing that for a long time. And we do two things. We produce civic engagement theater around New York City, usually in site-specific locations. We've produced shows on the Intrepid aircraft carrier. We produce shows in real courtrooms, including the seat of the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, and other places, also theaters sometimes. And increasingly, even before COVID, we've become a little bit of a multimedia production company, sort of following the project, even though everything we do is based in the love of live performance, and we will always be doing theater. We are making some film projects also. And that is alongside a heavy arts education practice, which we've been working on for more than 10 years. We teach grades 6 through 12 around the city, but primarily as the theater partner at Manhattan's Professional Performing Arts School, which is one of New York City's big arts magnet high schools and middle schools. So Alvin Ailey teaches the dance program, the National Chorale teaches a vocal program, there's a musical theater program, and we teach middle school and high school drama. And we teach what we think is a world-class conservatory program that we're trying to build as equitable a curriculum about as possible, but we build into everything we teach the idea of artist as citizen. So it's what we practice in our professional practice, and it's also what we're trying to teach students from a very young age, that their performance work can be connected to the issues in their lives and their communities. And our students and our alums often use their work in ways that we're really proud of to change their lives and the lives of those around them. And so we're really proud of the people we work with. We try to have our work be based in what is now called community engagement, but has been around for a long time under different names. And the idea is that it's working with people outside of the theater to give our performance meaning. And that's what we do. It's been a crazy year and a half making work and teaching online, though we did do our first in-person performance since COVID in June on Governor's Island. We did a show called June Rights, which was a piece of dance theater about emergence and coming out of our homes after a year of isolation that was kind of drawing on the rites of spring and other kinds of natural ceremonies, summer solstice. It was beautiful. It was overlooking the Statue of Liberty. And now we're looking at a new year and, working on what we work on.
That is so exciting. You guys do such incredible work for the community. How did the organization get its start?
Yeah, so the company's been around for about 20 years. It was founded by two artists named Tom Ridgely and Arian Moyed. Tom's a director and Arian is an actor and producer. He's on Succession as Stewie. He was in Bengal Tiger at the Baghdad Zoo and The Humans, and so you might know him. Tom now runs Shakespeare Festival St. Louis. And they founded the company as 22-year-olds arriving in New York and wanted to do work that mattered. And they had a core ensemble of collaborators that they worked with for many years. And over time, the company changed and everybody grew up and moved to different places with their career, and the company grew and had its own momentum. And so about 3 years ago, Tom and Arian are still involved in the company, very much so, but they wanted to work with a new kind of model. And so they hired me as a managing director, and a new artistic director who's Lee Sunday Evans, who just directed Dance Nation before COVID and has won an Obie Award a couple of times. She's a wonderful director and a wonderful person to work with. And we work with Heather Lanza, who's a director of education, to kind of build the sustainable future of the company and hopefully reach more people, teach more students, make more shows.
Wow, that's amazing. And how is it that you got your start with the company, with the organization?
Yeah, people come in and out of Waterwell's community over a long period of time. It's hard to leave because people are so wonderful. So Lee actually got her start teaching for the company long ago, and then has come back to be the artistic director. And I actually started, I've been the managing director for 3 years, but about 6 years ago, I was the marketing manager at the Public when Waterwell had a show in Under the Radar, and I met them then. It was a rock musical that teched above my office very loudly, and they did the same song all day one day, and I can still sing the chorus from that song. You have to have,
Sing it.
yeah, maybe you'll have me on again, and I'll do it. I got to know Tom and Arian and the team then, and got to know Waterwell's work. And then a couple of years later, they were doing this musical on the Intrepid aircraft carrier, which was called Blueprint Specials, which was a resurrection of musicals written during World War II by Frank Lesser when he was a private in the Army. And it was for GIs to produce their own musicals around the world on military bases. And they found those blueprints for shows to be done on bases, and they did them on the Intrepid aircraft carrier with a half civilian and half veteran cast. It was an amazing show, and they reached out to everybody they know to say, do you know anybody who works with veterans? And my girlfriend at the time, who I'm now married to, for a long time ran a Theater for Social Change project that worked with women in the military. And I said, yeah, I think you should really talk to my girlfriend. And they cast her in that. She was in that show. And I got to go as an audience member and hang out with everybody that I remembered from this show a couple of years before that. And then a couple of years after that, they were looking for a managing director, and they sent the job description to a bunch of people they knew, including my girlfriend. And she said, yeah, I do know someone who should apply for this. And she sent it to me. And then I got this job, and we got married, and now we're part of the Waterwell community again.
All due to Waterwell.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful company. I think I feel very lucky to be working for there because the community takes very seriously the idea of being based in kindness, and the idea that the community you build while making theater is why you're doing it and is actually the change that's happening. And that includes the audience. It's not that the show isn't important. The show is deeply important. But that kind of leading with kindness is, now that I've been a part of a community that makes that explicit and articulates that, I want to do that no matter what I do, wherever I go. It's a really beautiful way to work.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And where would people go to if they wanted to donate to Waterwell?
I never thought you'd ask. Thank you so much. Yes. So it's on the bottom of your screen, waterwell.fundraise.org, because we have so much fun fundraising. Or if it's easier, waterwell.org/support will get you to the same place. And every little bit helps. It makes a huge difference to us. We're about to start a new year teaching again in person for the first time. And for anybody who's producing theater right now, you know how challenging it is to go back to in person. We thought it was challenging to lose the stages. It's a little bit harder actually to get them back. And so every little bit helps with us making our mission come back in person. And we really appreciate everybody's support.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody, please go support. Please go to waterwell.fundraise.org and donate, or to even check out and see if there's any other way that you can help. Just supporting the organization is so much. It does so much. Up next, we are actually going to play a video of the Waterwell Drama Program's virtual choir. They're going to be singing A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman.
If I can just say one thing about this video, this is our middle school students last year. This was made at the end of the spring of 2020. It was at the absolute peak of the pandemic in New York. At the time, our students had no synchronous classes because they hadn't figured out distance learning yet. The only time they were face-to-face with anyone all school day was with us in our performing arts classes. And this was what they did at the end of the year as their big project. And so I think it's a really beautiful performance, but just so you all know that it's really special to us because of when it happened and what it meant to the students when it happened. So thanks for having us. What a beautiful show. And thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, Adam.
Thanks, Chelsea.
Okay, everybody, here we go.
See a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the doors, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. We can stay, it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head.
Oh my goodness. I honestly, thinking of what these kids, how this process must have been for them for the last year and a half in school, I can't even imagine. That was absolutely beautiful. A fantastic performance by the Waterwell Drama Program's virtual choir. Virtual choir. Yes, somebody says I'm not crying. My eyes are just sweating. Yes, same here. Don't mind me. Again, everybody, you know where to donate. Please go to waterwell.fundraise.org and donate if you can. If you can, please. Up next, we have a performance by Katryna Marttala singing So Long Dearie from Hello Dolly.
Wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, you ain't gonna see me anymore. And when you discover that your life is dreary, don't you come a-knocking at my door. See, I'll be all dolled up and singing that song that said you dog, I told you so. So wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, dearie, should have said so long ago. Because you treated me so rotten and rough, I've had enough of feeling low. So wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, dearie, should have said so long ago. Oh, I can hear that choo-choo calling me on to a fancy new address. Oh, I can hear that choo-choo calling me all aboard the Happiness Express. I'm gonna learn the hoochie coo and smoke a cigarette. I'm going as far away from Yonkers as a girl can get. So, and on those cold winter nights, Horace, you can snuggle up to your little cash register. It might be a little lumpy, but it rings. Don't come a-knocking, I'll be all done up and singing that song that said you dog, I told you so. So, Horace, when you find your life a sad old story, when you see your dolly shoveled off to glory, oh, I should have said so long ago.
Hi.
Such a fun performance. That was
Well,
great.
thank you so much. For the folks at home, it may or may not have been real Pinot Grigio. Who's to say?
I mean,
Listen,
if the
I
pandemic
sent the video.
thing, it was an excuse.
Listen, I sent it to my mother before I sent it in, and she was like, okay, but was that real? And I was like, no, Mom, no.
Do our mothers know us or what?
Listen.
That was so much fun. Why did you choose this song and this role?
So Dolly Gallagher Levi is my dream role of all dream roles. And I kind of just have it in my head that I want to be the youngest actress to play her. Barbara was 27 when she did it. I'm 22. So I have 5 years to make it happen. If anybody is directing a non-union production of Hello Dolly,
Ladies and gentlemen, Katryna Marttala.
yeah, but no, this is so fun. I love Cabaret on the Couch, and the show I work on, Broadway Sessions. We have some Broadway Sessions alum here today, Kim and Laura, and Kim's husband Michael directed me in my first summer stock. So it's just like a big tiny world love fest here. Hashtag. I love the hashtag.
Hashtag Katryna for Dolly 2021. Yes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes.
But
yeah,
so just fun stuff.
yeah, that was such a great performance. I was going to ask you more about Broadway Sessions.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So we are a cabaret show. We've been running weekly for 12 years, 13 years. Obviously, I haven't been around for all of those years because I was an infant. But every week we feature a Broadway cast. We've had Hadestown, Beetlejuice, which is when Kim joined us, Emoji Land, all kinds of fun shows and artists, and it takes place in a basement in Times Square at midnight. And it's just really fun. Every show we feature a rising star who's somebody who hasn't been on Broadway yet. And we do a yearly Black History Month show. We teamed up with Broadway for Biden last fall. So lots of fun stuff.
That's amazing. How did you get your start?
So my boss, Ben Cameron, I was a fan of his, and I was attending Broadway sessions when I was in college. And when I graduated, I sent him a DM on Instagram. And I said, hey, Ben, I love your work. I want to work for you. And now I'm his personal assistant and his associate producer. So
wow, sometimes
we went from there.
Slide right into the DMs.
Listen, slide into the DMs. That's the lesson.
No regrets.
None.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. That was
yes, thank you.
I definitely expect to see you do that role before you are not the youngest to ever play it.
Oh, I know. I hope. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I am putting it straight to the universe. We will see you doing that role.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And up next, we have Nicholas Cabral singing If I Didn't Believe in You from The Last 5 Years.
There are people, and they are publishing my book, and there's a party that they are throwing. And while you've made it very clear that you're not going, I will be going. That's done. But what's it really about? Is it really about a party, Kathy? Can we please for a minute stop blaming and say what you feel? Is it just that you're disappointed to be going again to Ohio? Did you think this would all be much easier than it's turned out to be? Well, then talk to me, Kathy. Talk to me. If I didn't believe in you, we'd never had gotten this far. If I didn't believe in you, and all of the 10,000 women you are, if I didn't think you could do anything you ever wanted to, if I wasn't certain that you'd come through somehow. The fact of the matter is, Kathy, I wouldn't be standing here now. If I didn't believe in you, we wouldn't be having this fight. If I didn't believe in you, I'd walk out the door and say, Kathy, you're right. But I never could let that go. Knowing the things about you I know, things when I met you 4 years ago, I knew. It never took much convincing to make me believe in you. Don't we get to be happy, Kathy? At some point down the line, don't we get to relax without some nude stories to push me head further from you? And if I'm on your side, Kathy, why can't you support mine? Why do I have to feel I've committed some felony, doing what I always swore I would do? Yeah, I don't want you to hurt. I don't want you to sink. But you know what I think? I think you'll be fine. Just hang on and you'll see. But But don't make me wait till you do to be happy with you. Will you listen to me? No one can give you courage. No one can thicken your skin. I will not fail so you can be comfortable, Kathy. I will not lose because you can't win. If I didn't believe in you, then here's where the travelogue ends. If I didn't believe in you, I couldn't have stood before all of our friends and said, this is the life I choose. This is the thing I can't bear to lose. Trip us or trap us, but we refuse to fall. That's what I thought we'd agreed on, Kathy. If I hadn't believed in you, I wouldn't have loved you at all.
Wow, Nicholas. Bravo. That was a
Thank
beautiful
you.
performance. Thank you so much.
Of course, appreciate it.
So I hear you are a bit of a TikTok star. Can you tell me about that?
Oh my. I'm not quite a TikTok star. I'm trying to get there though. So
About it.
say what? Sorry.
I said, don't be modest. Tell us about it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I do a lot of different trends. I love to lean in on the toxic tenor joke. Aside from that, I do a lot of singing stuff, a lot of just like practice stuff, and sometimes I like to include a little bit of just like motivational, if I could speak, a little bit of motivational, just like you got this, because I truly believe, you know, if anybody just puts their mind to it and a positive mindset, that they can do really whatever they want to do. So
I love that. Hey, maybe at some point you'll have to teach me how to do one of those like duet with me things.
100%.
So I've always figure one of those out. Maybe I'll hit you up later.
I got you. Definitely do. I got you covered.
And then my last question for you is, why did you pick this role as a dream role for you?
Yeah, totally. Just the versatility of the character, going from like Shmuel song to like the deepness of like this, and then like nobody needs to know. I've always just been about personal and deep connection, just at any level, and being able to be vulnerable in that sort of way, flaws or not. I like it because it doesn't put judgment on the characters necessarily. But even as a character who is deeply flawed, being able to play it is something that I would just love to present at some point in my life to the audience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nicholas.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Happy to have you tonight.
Definitely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay, everybody. Last but absolutely, definitely not least, we have Kim Sava singing "What Do You Call a Man Like That" from Bridges of Madison County.
Hi, guys. Okay. What do you call a man like that? How do you even try to give it a name? A classification. What do you call a man like that? something from days gone by, a kind of a wind blown from the past. But where do you find it? From what time or place or fairy tale can someone so ridiculous, so earnest, so strong? What do you call a man like this? How to describe his hands, so tense and so easy, so controlled but unpredictable, the tornado of his eyes shining bright, finding light, wanting something, knowing something, seeing something, something holy, something newly born without a
Oh, what a beautiful song. Thank you. And you've got such a great setup in there. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. It's called like Cabaret in my bathroom?
You've got, is that foam up and everything? Oh, it's a pillow.
Yeah, it's a towel. It's a towel. It's because earlier I was like in the video and I was looking and it looked like the poles were coming out of my my head, and I was like, oh, that's awkward. So
Adds character.
towel.
No, I thought you were doing it for like a sound muffling.
Oh no, I wasn't thinking like that. I probably should have.
Well, I wanted to ask you, I think you are one of the only performers that I know of right now that has some exciting upcoming work in the musical theater industry. Please tell us about this show you're doing coming up.
Oh my gosh, yes. I know. So grateful. My mind is absolutely blown. I'm doing Jersey Boys at Maine State Music Theater. So excited. I've always wanted to do this show. And I've worked at this theater many times. I'm so grateful that this is my first one back after the pandemic. It's with people that I love, in a town that's amazing. Obviously, Maine is gorgeous. And the theater that they produce at Maine State is just top notch. It's really great. So I'm very lucky. I'm very grateful. I'm so humbled. I'm ready.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll break a few legs. I'm so excited for you.
Yo.
And then I just wanted to ask you, why this song?
Yes. Well, since college, I've always been obsessed with Kelly O'Hara. I mean, I don't know very many people who aren't. And I listened to this music. I still haven't been able to see the show. But I just listen to the music and I can just see it in my mind. I love anything from the 1950s, the 1960s. And I remember watching the movie when I was younger, and I never thought that something like this would be a musical, but it just worked so well. And it's just such a human story, and it's just devastating and heartbreaking. And I just really connected to it, just the music. I mean, the music is just so stunning.
Yeah, absolutely. And you beautifully. Thank you so much for doing that for us.
Thank you. Of course. I just have to say the video of those little nuggets singing that song. Girl, so good. You guys, it's so great. I mean, I'm so excited to be here and to help raise money for this. It is
such a great group of people together tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Kim.
Thank you.
Okay. And everybody, that is the end of our show. I want to give a huge shout out and a very, very warm thank you to Ian, Hannah, Tori, Elizabeth, to Waterwell and Adam for being here and representing Waterwell for us. Everybody, please be sure to donate to Waterwell. We have it listed again below, waterwell.fundraise.org. Thank you all for joining us. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.